Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through some Prizepicks plays I like for NBA on Friday, October the 21st. We do have a big Friday night slate. I think we actually have 11 total games tonight. Want to give you guys kind of some early props that I'm liking. What stands out to me taking a first look at the board on Thursday night. I do want to try and always get these videos kind of out the night before. Just it makes the most sense to get them out early, especially just because it helps to kind of reach more people when the video is available for more people to watch. Doesn't really make much sense for me to post the videos 2-3 hours before the game starts. And that's usually like when the full board is posted on Prizepicks is usually like later in the afternoon on Friday. So I am making this video late Thursday night, trying to get you guys some early picks. And Prizepicks does actually have a lot of props available, kind of as of Thursday night when I'm making this video. So we're going to talk through 3 picks for today. I got 3 picks to give out in this video. Before we do get started with the breakdown, talking through these 3 plays, as always, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And make sure to sign up for Prizepicks as well. Use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up with my promo code, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. For those of you that are new here at Prizepicks, they are a player prop based DFS site. Very simple, very easy to use. You're just taking more or less on a player's projection. They have projections already posted, obviously. You can take a look at their board right now, see what's available. Once we get closer to tip-off for Friday night, around, let's say, 4 or 5 Eastern time, there will be a ton of props available, a ton of different categories. I will be providing some more updated picks that I like for this big slate. I'll post those over on Patreon, but kind of for YouTube, I do try and give out a couple early plays I like for the YouTube viewers, and then any more plays that I find throughout the afternoon, I will post those over on Patreon and give a full write-up for each play that I provide on Patreon. Give a list of plays that I'm on, so you can check that out if you are interested. But yeah, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to sign up for Prizepicks too. Use that code NOAH, get your deposit bonus. And I do want to recap our picks from Thursday. So we did give out 3 picks on Thursday. And unfortunately, we went 1 and 2. And man, I will say that the Kawhi Leonard thing, so I did take Kawhi Leonard's over in fantasy score. And literally, I want to say 30 minutes after I posted the video to YouTube, we got a report that Kawhi Leonard was going to be limited. He was going to come off the bench. And obviously, at that point, I knew we were kind of screwed. I mean, there was nothing I could do at that point. I'd already put the entry in. I did not expect Kawhi to be limited. There was no reports beforehand that he was going to be limited, but unfortunately, he wound up being limited. We got that report after I made the video. I think Kawhi, I do have the game or the box score pulled up. So Kawhi, he actually didn't check in till halfway through the second quarter. I wasn't even sure if he was actually going to play. He didn't check in till halfway through the second quarter. He wound up playing 21 minutes, had 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. So I think he finished with around I want to say 26 or 27 fantasy points in 21 minutes. And I was expecting him to play about 30 minutes. If he would have played 30 minutes like I expected him to, he probably would have put up 37 fantasy points, went over his projection. But that was unfortunate, that he got limited when I obviously didn't know that he was going to be limited until after. But we did hit on Grayson Allen, his over on points. Took that at 9.5. I think he finished with, I believe, 12 or 13 points. And then we also took Patrick Beverley's fantasy score, which came up just short. We needed, I think 21 fantasy points from Beverley, and I believe he finished with just over 18 fantasy points. I have his box score pulled up here. So he played 33 minutes, so he played about the minutes I expected him to. Wasn't super productive in those minutes. 5 points, 2 rebounds, one assist, 2 turnovers. Did have 2 steals and 2 blocks, and that was one of the main reasons I like fantasy score for Beverley is because he can get those steals and blocks, which are worth 3 points each. So he was able to rack up 12 fantasy points on steals and blocks alone. But he did have just 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. Came up just short of his fantasy score. Really unfortunate, man. Obviously, the Kawhi Leonard play, I would have not made that play had I known he'd been limited. Freaking Beverley comes up 2 points short, and then Grayson Allen winds up hitting. But 1 and 2 on our 3 picks for Thursday. Obviously not ideal, not what I wanted. But let's try and hit all 3 of these picks for Friday. So talking through the 3 picks I like for Friday, I have a points prop that I'm liking for today, guys, and then I have 2 rebounds props that I'm liking. So for points props, we're going to go to Terry Rozier, and I'm liking Terry Rozier more than 21.5 points here going up against the Pelicans. Actually, I wound up playing Terry Rozier's points plus assists on Wednesday. That was one of my Patreon plays. He came through for us. I think he finished with 24 points and 6 assists. He went over his points and assist prop. I think he also went over his points prop last game. I like his points prop a little bit more for today. I don't even mind going back to points and assists. His line's at 27.5. It was at 28.5 last game. But what makes this prop really stand out, for one, Terry Rozier is going to have a really big role for the Hornets to start the season. No LaMelo Ball, and Miles Bridges obviously not playing either. So without LaMelo Ball and without Miles Bridges, we can expect a pretty big usage rate for Terry Rozier. Last season, Terry Rozier played over 900 minutes without LaMelo Ball on the floor, had a 25.5% usage rate, which did lead the team, averaged right around 20 points per 36. The start of the season, in their season opener, Terry Rozier had a 30% usage rate, so he led the team in usage, and he averaged 29 points per 36. I believe he had 24 points in their season opener. He took 19 shots in that game, so had really, really good shot volume. I think he shot pretty, somewhat efficiently. Wasn't like the best shooting game from Rozier, but he did shoot 10 for 19. He shot 4 threes as well, or he hit 4 threes, and then he had 24 points. But there's going to be a lot of shot volume for Terry Rozier. I mean, no LaMelo, no Bridges. Rozier's going to kind of be the lead guy in this Hornets offense. They do still have Kelly Oubre, Gordon Hayward, P.J. Washington. Those guys can provide some offense as well. But I do expect Rozier most nights to lead the team in usage. Most nights I expect him to lead the team in shot attempts. I think it's a pretty good spot here against the Pelicans. I think this is definitely a game that could be pretty high scoring. Don't exactly know what the total is in this game. I probably should have pulled that up real quick. I'll see if I can get it pulled up real quickly. So this game does have a, let's see, I'm going to sort by total here. Yeah, so it has a 231 total, which is actually tied for highest on the slate. So 231 total, 6.5 point spread. This could definitely be a high scoring, pretty competitive game. And if it does wind up being high scoring and competitive, we're probably getting 35, 36 minutes from Terry Rozier. Now, Terry Rozier only played 30 minutes in their season opener, but that was a blowout, and I think he got pulled with 3 or 4 minutes left in that game. He was on pace to play about 35, 36 minutes had the game been close. If we get 36 minutes of Terry Rozier with a 28, 30% usage rate, probably taking 15 to 20 shots, I think he's got a pretty good chance to go over 21.5 points. I think Terry Rozier can get us 22 points here. I think while LaMelo's out, Terry Rozier is probably going to average over 20 points per game, if not way over 20 points per game. The shot volume is going to be there, the usage is going to be there, and that's what we kind of have to trust here. I will say the Pelicans, they do have Herb Jones, who is a really good defender. I don't know if Herb Jones is going to guard Terry Rozier here. Thinking about matchups, Herb Jones might guard Kelly Oubre. Those guys kind of match up a little bit better. They might put C.J. McCollum on Terry Rozier. Regardless, I just think Rozier's role is going to be so good. The usage is going to be so good that I think he's got a good chance to once again go over his points prop for today, taking this over 21.5. I think on DraftKings Sportsbook, his line is set at 21.5, and it's basically even money. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen some juice coming in on that over. Yeah, it's minus 115 on the over for 21.5 points for Rozier. Would have liked to get some better odds, but I'm going to back the research here. I think this is a good spot for Rozier. I think the usage is going to be there. And again, I like his chances to get 22 points here. And now the other two props we're going to be taking are some rebound props. So first off, we're going to talk about Keldon Johnson. 6.5 rebounds. I'm going to be taking him to go over this number or to have more than 6.5 rebounds. Now, his rebounds were way up in their first game this season. He had 11 rebounds in that game against Charlotte. But looking more into his rebounds, so historically, Keldon Johnson has not been like a fantastic rebounder. I don't know. He's not going to average 11 rebounds per game, but he's a guy that can rebound. He's a power forward. He's going to be close to the basket, and he did lead the team in rebound chances last game. So Keldon Johnson had 16 rebound chances. Jakob Poeltl had 15. Joshua Primo had 12. And then obviously the list goes on and on. But with Keldon Johnson leading the team in rebound chances last game, with him grabbing 11 boards, I think this could be something that we kind of see moving forward. So DeJounte Murray is obviously no longer on the team. He's now in Atlanta. DeJounte Murray was a really good rebounding guard. He was a guy that could grab 6, 7, 8 rebounds. I think not having DeJounte Murray out there is definitely going to help Keldon Johnson to potentially grab more boards. You look at the other guys in the starting lineup, it's Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, and then Socon. None of those guys are great rebounders by any means. So I think a lot of the rebounds, for the San Antonio team are going to be gobbled up by Keldon Johnson and Jakob Poeltl. Keldon Johnson right now, his odds on DraftKings Sportsbook are definitely in our favor. Right now, he's minus 140 to go over 6.5 rebounds. So with this line being minus 140 on DK, I would not be surprised if you do see this get bumped up to 7. I definitely like getting it at 6.5. I think there's a possibility that he does finish with 7 rebounds. But seeing that he led the team in rebound chances last game, knowing that he's going to be the focal point of the Spurs offense, he's going to play big minutes on a nightly basis. Only thing you have to worry about with San Antonio is that this San Antonio team is really bad, and they're going to get blown out a lot. But they're facing the Pacers today, and the Pacers are also really bad. And I do want to mention that the Pacers and the Spurs are two pretty fast-paced teams, and they're also two very inefficient offenses. So what that means, when you have two fast-paced teams playing and you have two inefficient offenses, you're going to see a lot of shots, a lot of shot attempts, and you're probably going to see a lot of missed shots as well, which obviously is going to mean a lot of rebound opportunities. We talked about that Hornets and Pelicans game having a really high total. This game also has a really high total, 231 total, so it's also tied for that Charlotte. So basically, the Pelicans, Spurs, and Charlotte New Orleans game, those are the two highest total games on the slate right now. These should be two pretty high-scoring games. We should see a lot of shot attempts in this one. Hopefully, a lot of rebound opportunities for Keldon Johnson. The fact that this prop is minus 140 on DK Sportsbook is a plus. It's also a plus to see Keldon Johnson led the team in rebound chances last game. Seems like he's going to be around the basket a lot, and I think he's got a good chance to grab 7 boards. So that's what I like to pair with Rozier, and then we're going to play one more pick with that. Going to be taking Ben Simmons to go over 6.5 rebounds, or to have more than 6.5 rebounds. So Ben Simmons, not a great debut game for him with the Nets last game. So he honestly, he looked pretty terrible out there. Like, he was not great. I think his stat line was pretty underwhelming as well. I do want to pull it up real quickly. So last game, Ben Simmons, he did actually foul out in 23 minutes. So he didn't even play his full minutes. He fouled out in 23 minutes. He had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and 3 turnovers. Pretty disappointing game for Ben Simmons, but what we do know that when Ben Simmons is on the floor, he is going to grab rebounds. And last season or 2 seasons ago when he was on the Sixers, when he was healthy, he did not play at all last season, but when he was on the Sixers and when he was healthy, pretty much dating all the way back to his rookie year, he has averaged over 7 rebounds per game each season with the Sixers. His rookie year, he averaged let's see, where's rebounds at? He averaged 8.1 rebounds per game in 2017, 2018. In 2018, 2019, so his second season with the Sixers, he averaged 8.8 rebounds per game, averaged 7.8 rebounds per game in his third game with the Sixers, and then his fourth year with the Sixers, averaged 7.2 rebounds per game. So he's averaged over 7 rebounds per game throughout his career in all 4 seasons that he was with Philadelphia. His role with this Nets team is probably going to be a little bit different than when he was with the Sixers, but I think he's still going to be out there grabbing rebounds. Ben Simmons is a big guy. He's like 6'9 or 6'10. I mean, he's a big dude. He's going to be out there to grab boards, and he did actually have a pretty good amount of rebound chances in that first game. Now, again, he only played 23 minutes because he fouled out. If Ben Simmons did not foul out last game, I think he was going to play probably low 30s, mid 30s minutes. I mean, he's going to be a pretty staple part of this Nets rotation, I do have a feeling. There's probably going to be some inconsistency with Ben Simmons. I think he might be a little bit rusty since he hasn't played in so long, but he's going to be a main guy for this Nets team. He's going to play big minutes. He's a guy that can defend, can do a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He did have 9 rebound chances in the 23 minutes he played, finished with 5 rebounds last game. If he doesn't foul out last game, he definitely would have finished with at least 7 rebounds. I have a good feeling. And I think as long as he doesn't foul out again here, we're going to get more than 23 minutes from Ben Simmons. He's going to definitely grab more than 5 rebounds. Very similar to the Keldon Johnson prop. This one on DraftKings Sportsbook, the Ben Simmons rebound prop, is also sitting at minus 140. So I think there's a good chance that you might see this one get bumped up to 7 as well, given that it's currently minus 140 on DK Sportsbook. But, Ben Simmons, historically been a good rebounder. He's a big guy that can grab boards. I think if, again, he doesn't foul out here, he's going to play way more than 23 minutes, probably low to mid 30s, and I think he's got a good chance to grab 7 rebounds. He's historically been a guy that has averaged, around or if not over 7 rebounds per game. So that's what I'm liking for this Friday slate, guys. These are kind of some early picks I'm liking. Again, if I do give out any more picks, which I probably will, if I do find any more picks that I want to play, I will provide those over on Patreon. I'll give a full write-up for each play that I do provide on Patreon. If you want to check that out, it's linked down below in the description. But early picks, this is what I'm rocking with. Already put this entry in. Definitely going to have a few more entries that I'm probably going to be playing for today. But we're going to be taking Terry Rozier to have more than 21.5 points, Keldon Johnson to have more than 6.5 rebounds, and Ben Simmons to have more than 6.5 rebounds. If you guys are tailing these 3 picks, I do wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, we can hit all 3 of these plays. We definitely need it because our YouTube picks have kind of been up and down lately. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it did help. Hit that like button. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And also, if you have not signed up for Prizepicks, use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But good luck as always, guys. Thanks for tuning into the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Prizepicks content this season. I definitely am excited to provide more NBA content for you guys. So the support lately has just been incredible with the views, the likes, the comments have just been amazing. Thank you to all for supporting the Prizepicks content. Let's try and get a win today. Hopefully we can cash out on all 3 of these plays, make a little bit of money on this Friday night. But best of luck as always, guys. Thanks for tuning into the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.